Welcome to Charlie in Sotogrande, the podcast where we look at the people, the places and the passions that make Sotogrande this fantastic community it is.
Because at the end of the day, the luxury is not about how beautiful is your asset, it's how good your stuff is, you know.
We've all heard of the Almenara Hotel and how it has changed once it was refurbished to the SO Sotogrande. Today my guest is the general manager, Stefan Menu of the SO Hotel. He's a man who's worked all over the world with hotels and has a lot of experience. So look forward to this episode with Stefan. Stefan, you're very welcome.
Pleasure, my pleasure is mine.
I'll start with the question I ask everybody. You know, how would you introduce yourself to someone who's never met you?
Good question. I have to think about the answer. Well, I am director of hotel here in Sotogrande.
Yeah.
I've been in this industry now for almost 30 years.
Wow.
Already. Been traveling quite some, always on the expat level, so always expatriate, always abroad.
Abroad from where?
From Corsica. I am from Corsica.
You're from Corsica?
Correct.
Does that mean French or you're Corsican?
It's Corsica.
Because they have a flag, don't they?
No, we still have the flag. I think that's a Napoleon Island.
Yeah.
No, that's Corsica. Of course, passport says French. My heart says something else. But
yeah.
That's the way we think. Traveling quite some for the past 30 years. I've been traveling in East countries. I worked in Republic of Georgia. I worked in the Netherlands. I worked in Luxembourg, in Republic Czech.
Wow.
I've been to South America for almost 12 years. Colombia, Brazil, Argentina, Peru, Chile.
Wow.
That's this part. I've been on the Asian part as well. I worked in China.
Okay.
So I've been.
And all these different places, you go with the SO, or were they different hotel
I go
brands?
I go within the same group. So I started my career with an American group, and then I switched to a French group, which is Accor.
Biggest in the world, I believe.
Is one of the biggest in the world. Yeah. It's just top 5 on the numbers of rooms. Number 1 in Europe, but number 1 in South America as well. And from there you move into different brand, I would say. So I have different brand on my portfolio. So I always worked into the luxury, and so the SO Hotel SO brand is the lifestyle branch of Accor through Ennismore. But I worked in Fairmont. I worked mostly in Sofitels.
Fairmont here now?
Fairmont, Barcelona. I was in Barcelona.
Yeah, but there's one here.
Now we have one just opened 6 weeks ago. Yeah, so is the natural coming out because I like this lifestyle way of doing it, and city hotels, resort, airport hotels, opening, closing. Rebranding.
Wow.
So I've done quite
a bit of everything.
Yeah, a bit.
Tell me, I have to ask, because you mentioned Chile, and you've been in Chile working where? In Santiago?
No, I was responsible. I was regional at that time, based in Sao Paulo.
Yeah.
And I used to carry 32 hotels. And some of them, Pullman, the brand Pullman was in Chile. So I was responsible for development of the food and beverage part.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
So concept.
Good food and beverage, particularly.
Exactly. So new concept, a new opening and things like that. Yeah.
So how did you end up coming to Sotogrande after this massive career on a global basis?
It was a consequence, I will say, due to the COVID, just after COVID.
Okay.
Just after COVID, I was in Barcelona at that time, at the Fairmont Barcelona. It was a bad time.
For everybody,
everyone. So the hotel had to shut down. And meanwhile, was hotel closed. They had to sell the property, so finally we closed the hotel and we did not reopen it as a Fairmont. And in and out opportunities occurred, and I was in Spain already,
right?
Because we wanted to travel a lot, but our kids, we give them wings. We wanted to give them roots, so that's why we came back to Europe and. The opportunity occurred.
That's interesting because the giving a kid wings and then roots is something I've had to do as well, and I seem to have done a lot of wings, so And did you know about the school here? Because it is a very well-known school in the international school.
At the
arena.
first place, no.
Okay.
To be honest with you, Sotogrande was not at all on my radar.
Okay.
I learned about Sotogrande once I had the opportunity to move here.
Mm-hmm.
I knew about Sotogrande because we knew that we had a hotel on the pipeline.
Mm-hmm.
So I knew about it. Was never focused on that, to be honest with you. And the school was one of the reasons why we moved here. Because my kids are 16 for the small one, and the other one is 20. She left already. She's at university now.
Yeah.
But she's done her study here.
Where in university? In
Maastricht.
Maastricht.
She's in
Okay.
Maastricht. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Cool.
My wife Dutch.
Okay.
So helps as
Right.
well.
Right.
So the school was one of the key decisions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's one of the reasons. And then when we started to look around Sotogrande, what it is, why, where, how,
Yeah.
320 days of sunshine, so there was not a big deal to
That's a lie.
yeah, lately, yes.
So you joined So,
Yes.
and from the residents of Sotogrande, it's quite a transformational time
Correct.
because it was the Almenara Hotel. The property, the owners of the property, I know, wanted to have a signature hotel in the resort, Sotogrande SA.
Correct.
I'm not sure it's chicken and egg, whether they refurbished first and then look for somebody who said, I would like you to design it this way in terms of the brand itself. But it was sort of a transformational time. Could you just talk a little bit about what's the relationship? Who's the owner? Who's the property? How does that work? Because I know
It's very simple, straightforward. Yeah. There is an HMA, Hotel Management Agreement. Okay. So the property do not belong to Accor or Ennismore or to the brand. We do have a management agreement which is signed between the owner and the brand Accor. Okay. So it was signed and decided to bring the So brand as a lifestyle for the destination. So we do manage the asset, but we don't own the asset.
I get it. Okay.
So that's the
and that's pretty
management.
common with hotels, or
It's pretty common.
Yeah.
It's pretty common. It's pretty common. That's the business model. We run asset light as a brand. Mm-hmm. So that's what we do most of the time. So
and that's Accor. So the Fairmont would be a similar sort of thing.
Fairmont is about the same. In the industry, it's quite common. There's few now hotels which are owned and by the owner and the brand.
Right.
And then you have different kind of contract. You can have a franchise contract as well, but this one in this case is a hotel management agreement.
Okay, that's clear. Sorry for the short interruption. Here is Charlie's tip for today. If you're buying a property in Sotogrande in one of the urbanizations, please ensure that if you want to rent it, you're allowed to get a tourist code and that you're allowed to put it up on Airbnb. Okay, many communities do not like that for security reasons in particular, but also for rowdiness and all that sort of stuff. So please heed this tip. Thank you. So what have been the biggest challenges, if you like, from the hotel? Because I've seen it, as you say, it was the Almenara Hotel. There was a redesign. I see there's a wonderful spa. I think the golf courses. We'll get into golf later, but that's another item. What has been the biggest challenges, would you say, in getting this going? Because it certainly seems to be getting traction.
Yes, the biggest so far is still the destination. Mm-hmm. It's well known on certain niche market, but not well known as a full destination. So the challenge we have is always to explain where is Sotogrande. Okay, that's the biggest challenge we still have. The good thing is that with the traction of an international brand behind, it puts on the spotlight the destination. That's for the brand. In terms of the product itself, coming out of the old Almenara, so it was a premium brand, let's put it that way. Yeah. And the transition from premium to luxury is what cost the most. Okay, in terms of time, people, a bit more money, and we are still on the evolution. Okay.
Is there a definition in the hotel vocabulary in terms of what you just explained to get to luxury. For example,
Yes.
I understand if it's a 4-star, it must have a swimming pool.
Yes,
when
there
I
is.
travel around the world.
But there is the local regulation that you have to have. It's a minimum to reach your stars. Okay, you need to have a minimum of things in the rooms or facilities, amenities, and things like that. And within the brands, we have a different way of classifications. Okay, first one will be the economic. The second will be mid-scale. Then we have premium. Then you have luxury, and then you have ultra luxury. Okay, and within the luxury, which we are, you have different branch. You have the classic, and you have the lifestyle. So we are the lifestyle branch of Ennismore Accor.
Okay.
So that's the way we do. So when you move from one to the other, which is possible and happens, of course there's a series of things that you need to do or to have to be able to reach that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you are lifestyle, basically.
We are lifestyle. So we are based with fashion. So fashion is the keyword. So that's why we have Dolores Cortez as our designer for uniforms. We have plenty of arts in the hotel coming from different area. So that's what makes a little bit the difference. We have 3 restaurants, 3,500 square meter spa as well. So that's what makes the part of the luxury.
You present or advertise the guest experience around these elements.
Correct. The guest journey, as we call it. Guest journey. We have it with touch points. And each touch point is and needs to be specific. That brings the whole concept together.
Okay.
And we have now the new touch point, which is golf. Okay, which we're gonna have and we're gonna develop. And it was not the case a year and a half ago. So I took over the golf Almenara, where we're gonna have as well. There is a big project coming, and hopefully we will be ready by the summer. So the whole resort experience is going to be around the golf as well.
Right.
So we will be quite unique in Accor Ennismore world because there's not a lot of hotels which have a golf.
And this experience that you offer, this whatever you call it, the experience, that includes, is this all what's within the property? Or do you say, outside the property,
Correct.
like for example, we have polo close by.
Correct.
Is that something that you would say?
Correct.
You can come to us, you can have this experience, but we can organize or help you with your polo.
Correct.
Thing. Okay.
Correct. So we have, at the time, we have 150 different experiences. So yes. So we do offer not only the stay, not only the golf, not only the spa, but we have, when the clients are coming in, we can give them 150 different experience, from gastronomy to visit. Even we can take you the same day and go to Morocco and back. Okay.
Yes.
We offer Sevilla. We offer the polo, of course. We offer the sailing. We offer whale watching. We offer so many things around. But for the property, and we call that the resort, we do have, and I do manage the beach club as well, the beach La Reserva, the racket center.
Yeah.
Okay, so we do offer those kind of options. Okay. For example, clients want to do biking, hiking, we offer that as well. You want to have a walk at Caminito del Rey, we do that as well. So we take care of the whole guest journey with a lot of different experiences. Yeah.
And tell me, from you so far, what are the most popular ones, and what's the weirdest?
The most popular one are the golf, definitely. Because the length of stay is around 4 or 5 days minimum, and people want to play golf.
And they play only there, or do you sort them out?
We have agreement with other golf course.
Okay.
Of course, we try to promote ours, but Almenara La Reserva as a base. But we do have La Hacienda, San Roque, Valderrama, Finca Cortezin. So we do have different golf clubs at our hands. So when a client call, we book that tea time as well. Mm-hmm. So they come and they see us as a solution.
Right. Okay. That's very helpful. And the weirdest one, or the different one, or
the weirdest,
but I mean,
nothing that we can say on television.
No, but I mean, bird watching or
no. The weirdest one, I would say that's mostly the one which are it's helicopter rides. Okay, so we do propose helicopter rides. Yeah, so they have people coming in and they want to have their day with helicopters, so and do
Right.
some tour. So we do provide those kind of
There's no
services.
bungee jumping off them.
No bungee jumping.
That would be good. Stefan, the integration with the community must be very important because we're so seasonal here. And I know the golf season is November through the winter, so maybe what you're offering is just spot on for golfers. But the community here has always thought of that hotel as our Sotogrande hotel, and you must have a relationship. I mean, I know you do, because you do things that then through social media, through advertising, through newsletters, through communication in general, maybe through the local rags and local newspapers, people know of events you do. And I mean, I've been there for a fashion show. I've been there for a fashion show with horses. I've been there for different things. How important that is that? How does that make that? We should say it's our hotel.
It's vital. Okay, we are, and we hope that we are inclusive hotel, not exclusive. Okay, that's what makes the hotel lifestyle. Okay, so we have this opportunity, and I will give you some numbers just to mention that we are including the local community, the local people. First of all, we are open 12 months a year. Okay.
Yeah.
Which is not the case on many hotels around us. We are 12 months a year, and we want to be open 12 months a year. We try to have our point of sales, restaurants and spa open as well 12 months a year. There's only one restaurant which is closing seasonal, is Marcha, but we still succeed to extend the season. Now we are open 8 months a year. Okay, the idea is 12 months. And
sorry, just for the listeners, Marcha is the one by the swimming pool.
Correct, that's the Chiringuito.
The outdoor one, the Chiringuito one.
Chiringuito one,
yeah.
Correct. And the numbers is very simple. 50% of the clients of the point of sales are externals, meaning that the community of Sotogrande is going to and use our restaurants. 70% of the clientele at the spa is from outside. 70%. So meaning that yes, we are connected to the local community, and yes, people are using the hotel and see the hotel as a facility.
Right.
Okay, so that's important.
I've traveled almost as much as you in every continent in the world, and been to all sorts of hotels from all different brands, and the spa that you have there is way up there. I mean, it's extraordinary how good it is compared to what spas have been in so-called very luxury hotels. It's exceptional.
It's one pride that we have is the spa as well. Yeah. We have, 3,500 square meters is not a small spa. Okay, yeah. And we try to give excellent massage. Okay, but not only the massage, it's the full treatment. The way you receive the people, the way you have the quality of the product. So it's an excellent way, and we maintain it like that. And the spa will have as well an evolution. Okay, hopefully by the end of the year. And we're going to try to do a Thalasso inspired. Okay.
Thalasso. Okay.
Thalasso inspired, yes. To give an extra layer of experience to the guest. So it will be on salt based. I can't call it Thalasso because I don't have seawater. But yes, I can call it Thalasso inspired because we're going to have a lot of salt treatment, pedicure, manicure, scrubbing, and we're going to do some hammam with algas, so products related to the sea. And we will have an association with Puerto de Santa Maria, the Salinas.
Yeah.
So the salt will come from that. So it's going to be a 0 kilometer salt that we're going to have throughout the full thermal circuit at the spa.
Okay.
So again, an extra layer for the people to come and to spend the day and enjoy, the
So you're not bringing it from America or anything, it's just up the road.
Just next door.
Fantastic.
So we're going to have a full work of around the salt. Yeah.
Okay, and the community really has engaged with the hotel. I
Yes.
think I've seen that go up and up and up.
Yeah.
One question that I think a lot of people here would think would be an issue is staffing. I know initially you said it's been very seasonal and you're trying to extend that so it's more of a year-round hotel, but keeping staff, and in particular where I sort of see it is where do staff stay? Where can you put people up? I mean, Sotogrande is not a cheap place, and someone who's going there working in a hotel, earning a normal salary, will find it difficult to find something within Sotogrande to be able to live. Is that so? Is that accurate, or am I?
It's completely accurate. It's one of the most challenging part of our job.
Yeah.
Staffing. Staffing not because or the quality of the staff, but mostly because of the infrastructure that this destination do not have.
Yeah.
Okay. Housing,
Yeah.
affordable housing, and public transportation. There is no public transportation available. Okay. So one of the first questions we ask our staff is, do you have a driving license? Before even knowing if you speak English or whatsoever, or the language, or what are you, do you have a driving license? Because you need to have a car to go up. I mean, a car or a motorcycle, but you need to have a car. So this is the challenge we are facing, yes. Other than that, yes, the will to stay open all year long is especially for the manpower, to be able to have the manpower which has a lower rotation, to keep the right people at the right place longer. And this, we're trying to train them. I mean, we spend a lot of time and money on training on yearly basis. Okay, and our population today is coming from the small village all around. Okay, San Roque and Castilla, so small hotels. Our biggest competitor is Marbella, because the convenio is slightly different.
Is it?
Yes.
Is that Cadiz and Malaga?
Yeah.
Okay.
Slightly different. It's 20% difference. So the competitiveness throughout the convenio is as well a challenge. But what we try to reach to make sure that things happening, that we keep our staff and we train them. Okay, and for the past 2 years and a half now that I'm here, we consolidate a great team. Because at the end of the day, the luxury is not about how beautiful is your assets. Yeah, it's how good your staff is. Course. You know, that's the most important. The most important assets is the manpower. Yeah.
I mean, I've been to places where there's a navette that takes people back to their places.
Correct.
You know, in places like in Africa, for example, where people wouldn't have a car and they need to get to a hotel. Have you not thought of maybe doing a navette to drop people off?
We thought about it.
Yeah.
Two issues. Okay. First of all is the price of it, just the price of it, because it's if you think about it, it will be. We are 24 hours 7, okay? So 24 hours open and 7 days a week. So we will need at least 3 shifts to have the navette, because all the staff is running in and out for breakfast till the night. So in terms of money-wise, it's a very expensive toy, and in terms of logistic as well. Yeah. And there is a liability in there. Because if you offer this service for your staff, you have insurance that you have to make sure that if something is happening. So there's a big question behind that it's a bit complicated.
Okay. You can't outsource it. It's expensive.
It's if you outsource it, that's even more expensive.
Yeah, of course.
So it will need to be our own, and that's.
As a user of the hotel, the one thing that I think is been an issue is parking. I know you got the underground park and that's understand it should be priority for the people that stay there, but you know there's big parking now at the back, and it's a long walk and all that. Is that an issue? I know you can't fix it.
It's
probably
an issue. It's an issue because when, especially in high season or when you have an event happening, it's always challenging. Yeah. But we do have a lot of parking. We do have. Just slightly after the hotel, so we just have a lot of things.
I know people don't get that far though.
Yeah, no, I know. People wants to stay in the front, but we're gonna have a parking done hopefully before the end of the year. Yeah. Just at the right side, just before arriving at the hotel.
Okay, very good. Okay, let's talk golf, because this is something of interesting for me. Yes. When Rita was here a few weeks ago, we talked about the I'm not sure what you're calling it, but is it a golf academy?
Correct.
Or academy?
Correct.
Okay. So you'll have lessons. You'll have a pro there, presumably.
Correct.
And that will be open to the general public.
Correct.
So to give traction, I suppose.
Correct.
When is it going to open? I mean, I've seen. I know we've had terrible rain and all of that.
It started. It's all about the water. It started. We were supposed to have that already done last June. Okay.
June.
Last June. Yeah. But we could not because we had a lack of water. We had no water.
Yeah,
so we could not take the risk of making the movements,
laying the fairways
and no water to be able to sit, And so we decided, so we delayed the project and we started the project. And now, for the past 45 days, the problem is the water. There's too much water. Too much water. So you cannot have the truck going to the field and do what they have to do. What they're supposed to do. So, and as we were so delayed with the water, golf as well. So we have to seed by the end of May, and it takes 6 to 8 weeks to have the final grass to appear. Yeah. Beside all of that, it's going to be an amazing asset for the Alto, for the destination. We are strongly believing that it's going to be one of a kind because there are no par 3s as well in town, except or unless you are a member at Real Club or at Valderrama. So we will be as well inclusive. So we will have a par 3 open for the public. So we sacrificed Alcornoque. I don't know if you recall. So we had 27 holes. Now we are switching by 18. So Los Pinos y Los Lagos will be one circuit. And Alcornoque, 1.5 hole transformed into the Golf Academy, and I will come to that. And the 5 remaining holes, we transform that into a par 3. Par 3, which will be starting with pitch and putt. Okay, so we will have the Real Federation to approve that as an official circuit of a par 3 pitch and putt. And you will have, for the big boys, up to 200 meters par 3. So you will have a very wide range of par 3. And the good thing is that this par 3 is built on existing golf course, so it's very wide. Yeah. It's not a small, narrow par 3. It's going to be a very, very interesting par 3.
So the Alcornoques, I remember you started by the Cimas and you went down.
Correct.
You went across and you looped around to the back.
Correct.
That par 3, that drop, is that still going to be there?
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
So that'll be one.
Not the number 6, but the number 2. Used to be hole number 2 of Alcornoque.
Yeah,
the one going down.
That's still there.
Yeah.
But what about the other one?
The other one is going to be, so the academy part of it, we're going to have the classical driving range where you go and warm up and do whatever you have to do. And then we have the zone in the back where you have this par 3 is going to be our pro zone. Okay. Meaning that pros will come and teach students to learn how to play golf. What we are trying to do there, the halfway bar, will be more of a coffee shop plus / a pub. Okay.
I love the idea of a halfway bar on a 9-hole golf course.
It's absolutely stunning, and you can come with family. You can come with a lot of people. We're gonna have live.
How do you access it through that little road?
So you have the road, and you will have a small parking, and you can directly park in the parking and be there and walk there. So unless you want to play 18, you will take a buggy at the hotel facilities and you go down.
Okay.
So the Golf Academy will be open every day. We're going to have night session as well.
Okay.
So meaning that from 8 in the morning till 5, that will be the classical driving range / academy lessons and everything, fairly priced as well. We are thinking about €60 per hour for a lesson, which is really below market today. And the 5 till 11, you will be able to have your night shooting, okay? Because we're gonna have light there, and we're gonna have a system which is called Top Tracer. So Top Tracer will be installed, and with the decent light and everything, so you can come. It's like a bowling alley, so you can come have a few beers with friends and play night golf.
Nice.
So that's gonna be very interesting as well.
That's very Japanese. The Japanese have big, tall towers almost with little cubicles, and they hit balls into the darkness, and a net maybe at the other end. And I think that it's one of the reasons I think golf is so addictive. It's that it's one of the very few things you do in life where you get instant feedback on what you've just done. So you've hit it well, you've hooked it, you've sliced it, you've topped it. It's down to you. Very few bosses go around saying well done to tap on the shoulder to anybody, and this is instant feedback. And I think that's what makes golf actually it's a bug that bites you, and once you're bitten, you're gone. It's something you want to do all the time. So hitting boards is a great idea. That's a fantastic idea. I think.
No, it's going to be cool, because if you think about all year long, okay, again, we have of course two main season golf, okay, March, end of May, September, mid-November. Those are the pure golfers, okay. Then you have July and August, which are not the pure golfer, are more the leisure golfer, okay. But opening that facility, we're going to have as well the pro golfers. So we extend each time the possibility to bring more people towards the Sotogrande and off season. So the pro season start mid-November till March. So it's perfect for us. Okay. Additionally, what we're going to do is we're going to have an elite program as well put in place. We are signing, cannot say it yet because it's not signed, but we are signing a very good name as well as a pro. It's a female, so we're going to have our pro female putting her name on the golf academy to bring the level up. Okay. And that's what we're going to have. I mean, it's nice amenities to have add-on to the hotel resort.
Do you think I know the school has kids that go to the Jason Floyd. Is that something you think you'd be able to do? Is bring in kids from the school?
That's the intention.
That's the
intention. But that's why we are bringing a name as well, to be able to have the credibility on the elite program.
Okay, all right.
That's what we want to do.
That's very exciting. Yeah, I mean, the fact that you have that on Sotogrande's doorstep, it's so good.
Yeah, there's no other part 3 available to the public.
No,
you have to go to Marbella if you want to have one. So it's a 40-minute drive.
Okay, so we talked about the wellness spa. We talked about the hotel itself. We talked about the golf. The relationship with La Reserva Club, that is something you said. You said that you were involved with the beach and the tennis.
Correct.
The tennis center.
Correct.
But not the golf there. That's separate. Okay.
It's the same owner.
Yeah, obviously. Yeah.
It's the same owner, but we do not manage anything there at La Reserva.
Okay. So availability of the beach and all that's done through the hotel or
through the hotel. Now we have a new system, which is the booking department.
Yeah.
It's based at the hotel.
Yeah.
So the booking department, the leisure department, they are responsible for all the bookings. So you just have to call them or send them a message and they will do the booking for you. So everything which is beach, racket center, hotel facilities, I just have a department just for that.
When will it open? I know the restaurant's open at the beach now, but the actual beach.
Yeah, it's open. It's open now.
It's open now.
It's open now, and
Wow.
we don't do the full week. Okay.
Right.
We open mostly, except for Semana Santa.
Yeah.
So we're gonna be open Wednesday. We did some refurbishment as well at the pool, at the beach. Sorry. We are increasing the capacity, and now we have as well separated the business. Okay, so we have the beach itself, and we have the restaurant separated.
Yeah.
And something which was not possible last year, the year before, I took over a year ago, was if you had no reservation at the beach, you could not go to the restaurant. Now this is separate. So if you want to go and enjoy the restaurant, you can just go there, make a reservation, of course, and you go there and you can have the rest.
What about the food trucks and all that? Are they coming back? No.
Food truck are gone.
They're gone.
Food truck are gone. We built a small chiringuito, to have a proper, decent kitchen and to serve the food.
Separate to the restaurant.
Separate to the restaurant.
So at the other side of the.
Correct.
Oh, okay.
You know, the beach is attended by the chiringuito.
Yeah.
Okay, chiringa, that's what we call. And you have restaurant, which is taking care, and now it's a proper restaurant.
Okay.
Best paella in town.
Is it?
Yeah, should try.
The problem with paellas is that I have to order it, day before.
No.
Well, if be careful, the purists would say it takes more than just the time of my patience of sitting at a table waiting for it.
Yeah, you have to go there and try.
Yeah?
No, that they don't have to order the day in advance.
Okay. Sustainability,
Yes.
the environment,
Yes.
Climate change, all that
Yes.
business. Is a hotel is a core probably?
Yes, we are. Yes, we
you
are.
have some sort of
Yes.
mandate from up on high.
Correct. So we are this year going to try to reach a certification, which is called Green Key, and we are going to do that. We are, of course, taking care of all the utilities like electricity, water, gas consumption. Those are minimum standard that we have to apply. It's called Planet 21 in Accor. We have food waste, big things on food waste. We are just starting last month a system which is Orbisque, where you weight your food that you throw away, okay, on the preparation, but as well what the clients are leaving behind, to be able to control how bad is your food waste. It's extremely important. I think that's something we have to make a positive impact. It's part of our DNA as well as a brand, and this positive impact comes with and throughout the food. 0 kilometers as well for trying to get as much as we can from locally sourced, of course. And the new biggest is plastic. That's as well something that we are going to face. So meaning that we are removing to the extreme extent everything which is single-use plastic. And we have something like 1,000 points. I would send you the list if you want. But
1,000?
Yes.
Wow.
I know it's huge. You won't imagine where up to which details we are going to reduce the impact. Then that's as well impact on the product. That we are trying to use products which are not nocive for the environment. And you name it. What else do we have there? So we hope to have this certification by the end of the year. The new tour operators ask for that. Clients are very sensitive to those kind of questions. They choose their destination sometimes based on if you have product or sustainability. We did an investment of more than 800K last year just for solar panel. So we have a solar panel installed.
Where are they going?
We covered the parking.
Yes, I saw that. Yes.
So we covered the parking, staff parking,
Yeah.
and we covered the where the suites are.
Yeah.
So I killed two birds in once, meaning that now I have shadow and I produce electricity.
Very good. And from an electricity point of view, are you self-sufficient or not yet?
Yeah. No. We are today 40%.
Right.
40%.
Okay.
It's complicated. Electricity as well is another topic, same as water.
The Sotogrande is what it is, and one of the reasons I think it is what it is that we don't have nightlife. In other words, we don't have nightclubs that attract people of the night, and with that, the vices that go with it. We don't hear of gangs fighting here because there's nothing to fight over. Has the hotel, and in other countries I've visited, hotels sometimes do have some element of nightclub, night entertainment for where kids wouldn't want to go, if you see what I mean, and more of a adult, my age, type of place. Is that something that you've thought? I know you've done, the usual New Year's Eve and that sort of party, and maybe one or two others that I haven't heard of, but. Is that something that hotels in general look at or see as
nightlife?
Business,
it's a different business.
Yeah.
It's a different business. Okay.
And never shall the two meet.
Yeah, that's always tricky. But what we do at the hotel level is we try to propose as much as we can entertainment. Okay. Yeah. So we do have all year long entertainment, especially at the bar, at the XO. And we try to at least open until 1 o'clock at night, okay? Because nightlife, it's different kind of birds. You don't want to get into that because we want to preserve the tranquility of our guests as well. Because at the end of the day, you come to the hotel to sleep.
Of course.
But we do propose some entertainment. We're going to have live entertainment Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday at the XO. Mostly Spanish because people love the Spanish crowd. But Sunday will be salsa.
Okay.
So we're gonna have salsa on the Sunday. I do have a DJ resident this year. I just hired a new DJ resident for Marcia. So we will have 5 days a week live DJing music at Marcia. So there is possibilities.
Okay.
There is
okay.
possibilities.
Yeah. Okay.
There is possibilities.
Fantastic.
But nightlife, it's
Yeah.
a different thing.
How would you describe Sotogrande in one sentence? And you can't say the art of living.
No, I know. That's Rita stuff.
That's Rita stuff.
Yeah, I would say peaceful.
Peaceful.
It's a peaceful place.
Okay.
In many ways, because it's not dangerous. It's I mean, you enjoy. You wake up in the morning, sunshine, the view of the Gulf, the view of the sea. If you are next to the sea, it's peaceful. Yeah, it's peaceful.
Okay. And how would you describe a guest that chooses to come to you as opposed to Mallorca or Marbella? Is that they're looking for peace?
They're kind of looking for peace. They come here to resource themselves. They are either throughout sport or either throughout spa or either farniente total.
Yeah.
They come here for they do not. I mean, Marbella clientele is not our clientele.
I know.
Absolutely not. And you have the bling bling, and here it's more resourceful. You come to resource yourself, you know.
So even the bling bling of the people that live or don't live here are the same with the people that go to or don't go to the hotel. That's good. Good to know.
That's we. I mean, our clientele are mostly over 35 years old. Okay?
Yeah.
We don't have below 35.
Right. Okay. You are not only the manager of the hotel, you're a resident of Sotogrande. You live
Correct.
here, you go shopping here, you don't live in the hotel itself. What do you think Sotogrande lacks or would need improving, fixing, would you say, as a resort, which originally it was, maybe it's more than a resort now?
A bigger shopping mall, that would be good.
A bigger shopping mall, yeah?
A bigger shopping mall, because if we want to have facilities, you go to Los Barrios or you go to La Cañada to do the basic one, to have something like that. And
but that's only 20 minutes away.
I know, but it's still 20 minutes away. You want to
You've become local.
Yeah, you don't want to go too far. Yeah. No, but in terms of facilities, I think we have, once you know about them, okay? I have a great bread supplier. I have great meat supplier. I mean that's easy. But to have a certain life, for example, for myself, I do not go in La Marina in August. Yeah, I refuse, because it's more stress than because you can't go there, you can't park, you can't do anything. It's overcrowded. Yeah. So you lose a little bit the charm. The charm of the things. But other than that, I'm using all the facility that we have all around. My next village is Estepona. That's where I go when I need to do something. In Sotogrande itself. Yeah.
Well, Sotogrande is not a city, so you have to go outside. This is a place you come and go home and sleep and go that sort of thing.
It's a big village.
As I think you said 30 years, so seasoned hotel manager, what advice would you give someone looking to get into this industry? A youngster?
Travel. Do travel. That's where you learn the most. Yeah. I mean, I've been to Asia, I've been to Russia, I've been to North Europe, South Europe, I've been to South America, and the travel.
You learn as you travel.
You learn as you travel, because you will be exposed to many different concepts, nationalities, different people, and you grow faster as well. So you have to travel. Do not stay stuck to one destination.
And more understanding the business. There are business schools here in Marbella. Even.
But that's one thing which are good, which La Roche, which we work with. But you need to understand different nationalities. You need to understand different markets. You need to understand different concepts.
Cultures.
And hotels as well. I mean, I did not work all my life in hotel resort. It's the first time I do Manager Hotel with a golf, for example. Yeah. So I'm learning as well. It's a learning process for me. But you need to manage hotel, city hotel. You need to manage resort. You need to manage different configuration of hotels to be able after that to manage. The more you travel, the more you learn, the better rental you have.
Personal question. You said La Roche, and you say you do work with them. What do you do? And I'll tell you, my daughter went there. Right. So I know that she worked at Via Paderna for a while. I mean,
so they come to us and they do their traineeship with us.
Okay.
So we have, I don't want to say something crazy, but I think we have something like 20 trainees at this time.
Wow.
Yeah, we do take trainees from everywhere.
Okay.
For marketing, for food and beverage, for kitchen, for front office, for offices, and they go in and out, different projects, different things. Yeah. We do work with CIS as well, with the CIS.
The CIS is cool,
they do a few projects for us. So the kids come for a week. It's not to learn a lot of things.
No, I take it.
But I think we are part of the community, and I think it's a good exposure for them. So that's what we do. Yeah.
No, that's absolutely right. And we take an intern every year as well from the school here. And I got a girl there from Belgium.
We did for them, for example, a special hiring day. Mm-hmm. So we just ask all the kids from the school who wants to have a job this summer. So we're going to propose on the first line jobs for the kids from the CIS for the summer at the beach, at the restaurant. So they came and they had their interviews and things like that. Oh, good!
That's fantastic.
Like this, if they can contribute.
It's a great experience for them as well.
Of course. It's a summer job. Yeah. But we have the chance that the kids are from here. I mean,
and multilingual. Because they speak, mostly speak at least
English and Spanish.
Yeah, but there's French, there's Dutch, there's
a lot of things. Yeah, for us it's perfect. Yeah.
Stefan, thank you very much for being with us. It is amazing the job you've done up there. I think the SO Sotogrande, as part of the community here, is doing a great job, and we are all very thankful for the effort that you have put in. And make Sotogrande such a beautiful place and continue to make it grow in the good sense, if you see what I mean. So thank you for being with us.
Thanks a lot for the invitation.
Okay. I hope everybody enjoyed this episode, and please may I ask you to subscribe to my channel. It does help us get traction, and we really, really like to have you subscribed. Thank you very much.